Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are safe at your home. With the first lesson of the computer, that is hardware and software, right? What is the name of the chapter? Hardware and software. Now you already know, everyone, that computer today, it has become basically the basic necessity of the life, right? Is that so or not? Is it the necessity of the life or not? Right. All of you today, we already know that without computer, our life is almost impossible, right? But earlier when computers were not there, we were doing the work, and today also we are doing the work. So what is basically the difference between the two, right? We can do the same work by ourselves, and we can do the same work by the computer. But what do you think that who is going to give you the better result? Of course, the answer is computer. Why? Because the answers that we are going to get from the computer, they are going to be accurate, they are going to be error-free, right? We are humans, we can commit mistake, but the computer, it would be giving always the correct answers with efficient results and accuracy. And you already know what are the wide applications in which we are using the computer almost everywhere, whether we talk of companies, whether we talk of banks, school, college, offices, house, everywhere the computer is being used, right? So today we are going to start with the basic chapter, first chapter, that is hardware and software. Now, what is the chapter all about? The chapter tells us that which are the components, which are the most essential components that basically helps the computer to work. So as the name of the chapter indicates, what are those components? That is hardware and software. What are those? Hardware and software. The first line I have written already is that a computer consists of two main parts that help it to make work. They are hardware and software. Now, names might be sounding new to you. You might not be knowing that what is actually a hardware and software is. That is, we are going to study today in this class. Okay, what is basically hardware? First, we are going to focus on hardware, then we'll continue with the software. So first, in hardware, we have few classifications. We have certain differentiations. We are going to focus on that in this class. Shall we move further? Right. So the second slide indicates basically is second slide basically it is that now what do we mean by hardware? Hardware can be seen or touched, right? So what is it indicating? We can see the hardware part of the computer, or we can touch the hardware part of the computer. So as you see this line, what do you think? What are the parts of the computer that you can feel and touch? Can you touch the keyboard? Right. Can you touch mouse? Right. So yes, these are actually the hardware parts of the computer. Okay, right. Is that clear? They are basically, I've shown one picture here of the mouse. I think all of you have already seen this. So it forms the hardware component of the computer. Now, hardware, on basis of that also, we can have the classification of the hardware. Hardware basically comprises of these physical units. What are those? We have input devices, we have output devices, we have processing devices, and we have storage devices, right? We have input devices in that. So we have these four classifications of the hardware parts. We can have input, output, processing, and storage devices, right? So we are going to study again what are input devices, what are output devices, what are processing devices, and what are storage devices. Can we, I think we should move to the next slide now. Yes. Now, as I've already told you, first we are going to study about the what are hard input devices of the hardware, right? So as the name suggests, what do you mean by input? When we are giving input to the computer. So those hardware devices which help to give the data into the computer, they are the input devices, right? So can you give me one example, very common example with the help of the which we can give the input to the computer? Is it keyboard? Right. Keyboard is an input device. It is a hardware part, right? So which help us to give us the input to the computer. And few common examples I've shared here, which we commonly use is a scanner, right? Scanner, I think, let me show you the picture of the scanner here, right? Scanner. Scanner, you might have seen even in the shopping malls while you're going to the mall or anywhere. Maybe the most common example, the most common place is the shopping mall. You might have went to the shopping mall with your parents, right? There you might have seen that the people at the counter or the security guard at the mall, they are checking, they are basically using the scanner in their hand just to scan, right? To scan things or to scan the bill or to scan the product, right? The scanner is the most commonly used input device by us. Then we also have a digital camera. We also have a webcam. So all these we are going to study in detail. First, I'm sharing you the scanner, right? Scanner, it is used to scan photos, posters, text, and feed them directly into the computer. Very clear, right? It is going to scan whether it is a photo or it is a poster or it is your text, and it helps us to directly enter into the computer system. By looking at the picture, you might have remembered what actually meant to say. Now, can we move to the next input device? Right? Yes. So here we have the next input device. That is, what is the picture? Digital camera, right? It is a digital camera. This also you're commonly using at a home. You people are using at your home, and it is already seen by many of you. Now, what a digital camera is? Again, it is a hardware device. It is the input hardware device, right? An input device used to take pictures from camera and transfers them to the computer, right? All of you are already knowing that a digital camera, it helps us to take pictures from the camera and transfer into our computer, right? Now in this digital camera also, we have two main components. We have a memory card and we have a card reader. Memory card, you already know, it helps us to build the capacity of your camera, right? How much content we can store, how many photos we can store. That is what a memory card of a digital camera is. It helps us to store the picture in a digital camera, right? Is that clear? Very clear. We also have a memory card in our mobile smartphones, right? Now we have a card reader. It transfers the pictures into a computer, right? So card reader, it helps to transfer the pictures. Whatever you are storing in your digital camera, that content could be transferred into a computer with the help of a card reader. Is that clear? I think all of you have understood. All of you have the picture clear in mind. What is a digital camera, right? So moving on to the next slide. Now we have webcam, right? Webcam is another input device that we commonly use in our daily life. A webcam is a video camera that is attached to a computer, right? You might have seen, or if you might have laptop, you might have seen that video camera is attached to a computer with the help of which we can click photographs or we can talk to each other, It is used for video conferencing and instant messaging on the internet, right? Okay, so video conferencing, it is a common term that is used. What is video conferencing? It helps us to connect people sitting together all across the world with the help of the internet, as if they are sitting at one place. We can see each other, we can have the discussions, we can have the talks, conversations, queries, but that can be only done if we have the internet connection and if a webcam is there in your computer, right? So that is the third most important input device that we have studied now. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. I think all of you have understood till here. If you have any problem, you can go through the slides again and again and read the content. I'm always there to help you out. Now moving on to the next topic. Now I've told you from the beginning data, we have two important components, hardware and software. So first we are basically studying about hardware. In hardware, we have input devices, output devices, storage and processing devices. Few common input devices we have already studied. Now here come output devices. What do you think? As the name indicates, what is an output device basically? An output device, it helps us to assess desired output and information. That means whatever we want to get by just inputting, whatever result we want to get, that we can get with the help of the output devices. Is that clear? Whatever content we have given as a data into a computer, we want the output for that, right? Then only we are using the computer, no. So for that we have the output devices of the computer. And the very common output devices are monitor and speaker. Monitor and speaker are two commonly used output devices. Is that clear or not? Monitor. Whatever you are typing onto a keyboard, that is coming onto the monitor as an output. So that you can come to know whatever you are entering, that is correct or not. And we have the speaker of the computer. It helps us to give the desired output. Apart from that, we also have various other output devices. We have printer, we have plotter, we have projector, right? Now again, we are going to look for certain output devices. So first output device is a printer, right? Printer. How many? I think every one of you have already seen what a printer does. And what it helps to do? It helps us, I used to take the output on a piece of paper from a computer. That is very true. Printer is an output device which helps us to get the desired output on a piece of paper so that we can have a look whatever data we have entered, the desired result we have got or not. Okay, so the printer is the first common device that that is basically used by everyone in order to get the results from it. Okay, now we have three types of printers which are used nowadays. First is dot matrix, we have inkjet printer, and we have laser printer. Is that clear? So these are the three common basically printers we are basically using. We have dot matrix, inkjet, and laser printer. Now moving on to the next slide. First we have the dot matrix printer. Here I've seen the picture, basically share the picture of the dot matrix printer. Sorry. Yes, I have already shared the picture here. So this is how a dot matrix printer look like. The printer is less expensive but very noisy. Okay, so what is the advantage of this printer? Again, the result is going to be same. It is going to give the desired output on the piece of paper. But what is the advantage of that? It is not expensive in nature. But what is the disadvantage? It is very noisy. It makes lots and lots of noise. So that helps the people, it makes the people in difficulty to work with. Now, this is very important. The speed of the printer is measured in CPS, that is characters per second. You should remember. Okay, the speed of the dot matrix printer is measured in CPS, that is characters per second. Now, next commonly used printer is inkjet printer. Again, I've shared the image of that. The printer sprays small streams of fast drawing to form letter and images, right? So what is the technology that is basically used behind the printer? It used to spray the streams of ink, fast drying ink, to form letter and images. So we have used this, a fast drying ink is used, which help us to give the formation of letter and images as the output. So what is the speed of the printer? The speed of the printer here, it is measured in LPM, that is lines per minute. Is that clear? Okay, so we have studied dot matrix, we have inkjet. Is that clear? Now, the third is laser printer. Again, you can see the picture. This printer uses laser technology to give the best quality output and is the most expensive printer, right? So laser printer, the results are, it gives the best quality output and it is the most expensive printer also, right? The speed is measured in pages per minute. This is the printer which we are using basically most of the times, since the result is giving us, the printer gives the best quality output. So you should be knowing that. Okay, so we have dot matrix, we have inkjet, and we have laser printer. Dot matrix printer, it is used to measure the result in CPS, characters per second. Then inkjet, LPM, lines per minute, and laser printer, PPM, that is pages per minute. Is that clear? So these are the common devices, common output devices, hardware devices that we are using. Now, next common output device is a plotter. Okay, so it is an output device used to make large paper drawings and like maps and many engineering drawings. You might have seen that all these flyovers and all those large buildings, they are created. So first, for that, we need to create the drawing of that particular area. Whatever we want to make, we need to create the drawing. For that, we are using the plotter. Okay, so for those paper drawings, we are using the plotter, right? Is that clear? Okay, so that is an output device that is basically used by us